So with this course, throughout the whole entire program, we're going to be showing you everything you need to know so that you can create systems that allow you to achieve true financial freedom. As we mentioned earlier, the trick is that not all financial freedom doesn't mean the same thing to all people. It's not the same number, all right? And you need to identify what your freedom number is, okay? What's your freedom number? Now, this is an exercise, so what I want you to do is go get a pen or a pad, a sheet of paper. Do this right now to get the most from this exercise. Don't put this off and just say you'll come back to it. Get the pen and paper, and I want you to draw a line down the middle of the paper. Okay. On the left-hand column, I want you to write living cost. Okay, cost of living. And on the right-hand column, I want you to write lifestyle cost, the cost of the lifestyle that you live. Now, I want you to write down all of your reoccurring living expenses on the left-hand column. Everything you can think of. All right. If this is something that you have to do, pay for on a regular basis, it doesn't matter if it's monthly or yearly. Write it down. Jot it down. So this includes things like your internet bill, your cable, or whether you have satellite, the rent for your apartment, your condo, or your mortgage, various loans, your utility bill, groceries, telephone, anything, home insurance, your car insurance, your cell phone, all that stuff, and of course taxes. Jot those down. Okay. Do that. Pause this video. Come back after you have it written all down on the left-hand side. Now, next to each living expense, before you pause, next to each living expense, make sure you work out what amount it's going to cost you daily. Okay, work out the daily dollar amount that you would pay for that item and write it down. So, for example, if it's a monthly expense, you're going to divide it by 30 to get the daily figure. And if it's a yearly expense, obviously you're going to divide it by 365. You get the idea. So, if you had, let's say, a car payment if you had some payment of $300, for example, $300, and you divided it by, that was $300 a month. You divided it by 30 days. Just use the 30 days. Some months have more, some months have less, but use 30 days. You get $10 a day. So you would write $300 car payment. You would put car payment $10 a day. All right. You just want to put the daily amount next to the expense. So take some time out, push pause, do that, and then come back. Okay. Now that you've done that, you want to do the same thing for your lifestyle costs column. So, we classify lifestyle expenses as things that you want to do because you want to, not because you have to. Okay, these are the want tos, and this includes stuff like golfing every weekend, shopping, shopping for clothes, getting your fix of going to the movies, your weekly museum visit, whatever it is that you like to do, that you want to do. You want to budget that in. Okay. So this is the stuff that you do on a somewhat regular basis because you choose to do it. It can get a little pricey. So, say you want to play round of golf once a week with your friends, and it's going to set you back $100, let's say, for all the fees, the green fees and things like that, and a bite to eat afterwards. Then you want to write down pretty much $14 or whatever that comes out to, $14 and around 30 cents. Which is $100 divided by 7 days a week. Okay. And this also goes for any vacations you plan on going on during this year or during the year. If you plan on taking a yearly trip to Jamaica or wherever it is that you want to go, you write down $4,000, $5,000, however much you think it's going to cost, including airfare. You'll write down vacation trip, and then you would put $15, which would be around 4,500 divided by 365 days a year. All right. So it's simple. So do that and come back and I'll show you an example sheet that I've prepared for you so that you can see what it looks like once it's all completed. All right. So now you should have in front of you a list that looks something like what you see on the screen. Okay. Living costs on one side. These are the must pays. And we have the lifestyle costs on the right side, and these are the want to pays. So what we have here is a mortgage payment first on the list on the living costs for $1,500 a month, mortgage or rent payment, depending on the size of the house. But let's just say if this is the current, not where you want to be at the end of this program, but where you are now, and you divide that by 30, and we have $50 a day. Okay, the cable bill comes down to about $3 a day. Loans and various credit cards is about $16 a day. The utility bill about $11 a day. The groceries come out to about $13 a day. The iPhone or the mobile phone comes out to about $3 a day. And the car, home, and miscellaneous insurance is about $15 a day. So the daily total for the must pays is about $111 a day and 66 cents. Okay, those are the must pays. Now, the lifestyle costs, the want to pays over here on the right, we have golfing, $15 a day, which accounts for, the $100 a week in golfing. Shopping, $30 a day is a hefty shopping budget, let me tell you, because at $30 a day across 30 days, you're talking about a $900 a month shopping budget, which isn't bad. You may want to splurge a little every month. Island vacation, which would be, a yearly thing, would be 11 times 365 days is about $4,000 a year to go away to the islands every year, have that taken care of, and maybe a holiday trip as well. During the season, if you're not, you want to travel away for the holidays, it's about $7,000, including airfare and presents and all the works. So total daily expense for the want to pays is about $76. You add those two up, you add them together, and you get a daily total of $187.54. Now, this is just an example from from a little while ago what my expenses look like, and give or take a few dollars. And basically, $187 a day pretty much covers everything. Covers everything, including the holiday trip and the island vacation and golfing with my buddies. So, as you can see, not everybody needs to earn the same amount of money. $300 a day would be overkill, for me to maintain this lifestyle. And I show you this example to show you that you don't need $1 million overnight, like some of the gurus promised, for your freedom. Now, there's nothing wrong with going for the $1 million goal once you're financially free, but work on getting free first, and then work on the $1 million. That's the faster, smarter, better way to do it. So get that out of your head. You don't need that $1 million overnight. Forget what the guru said. You just need enough income and enough income streams to hit your daily freedom number. What's your daily freedom number? I want you to think of that number and take that number up. This is your daily freedom number right here off the chart that you just figured out. Whatever this number is at the bottom of your column, that's the number you're focusing on, not $1 million overnight. This is a realistic number that will give you everything you'll take care of every issue in your life plus the extras, and you'll be living very comfortably. And that's what you're going for initially. This course is going to show you how to build a business that achieves this number. And it does it in a way, like we said, that's faster, smarter, and better. No more magic pill mentality, okay? No more looking to push, the easy button. All right? What we're going to show you now is how this magic pill mentality works and why you need to get rid of this immediately if you're suffering from this, and focus on that $187 or whatever your daily freedom number is. But before we get to that, it's important that you realize that what you've just done is completely shifted your mentality as far as your expectations and what's possible for yourself. Because where before you may have just been staring off in the oblivion, hoping for financial freedom, not knowing what that means and what that takes, now you've boiled it down to a number, a concrete number that you can go after that's not so drastic. Actually, probably very achievable unless you have some really, really high bills right now, which even still, once broken down to a daily number, are still a manageable feat. And to make this even easier for you, the foundation of this course will be built on showing you how to do this with multiple streams. Okay, so you don't have to hit a home run out the park that's going to instantly make $190 a day for you. All right, that could be 5 sites doing that for you. I mean, you take the $190 a day and you divide that across 5 sites. You're talking about $38 per day. All right. Heck, if you have to, spread it across 10 revenue streams. Okay? So $190 a day divided by 10 obviously is $19 a day. It's not very hard to make a revenue stream that makes $19 a day and then repeat that 9 more times. That's what this is about. And while we're talking about having the right mindset, let's take a deeper look into this magic pill mentality before we get into the actual strategy and tactic. Because let me tell you something, if you get this part wrong and you have the wrong mindset with this whole business building, online business building process, then it doesn't matter what system that we reveal to you within this program, you're not going to actually achieve the long-term results because you approached it the entirely incorrect way. So here on the screen in front of you is how the typical marketer, okay, pretty much everybody who makes no money, goes about making money online. All right. And you see here, they enter this whole thing with the wrong mindset in the first place. This is the magic pill mentality. They buy whatever the latest and greatest magic pill product that's on the market. These are typically the loopholes, the Google Slayer, whatever the product is that it is exposing some secret that will change the world and allow people to press a button with 13 clicks of the mouse. Man, those ads still crack me up. 13 clicks of the mouse and you're making $100,000 a year, right? And they're usually priced around. Don't be prejudiced against the ones that actually offer value, but most of these guys who are offering the products that are crap are priced them in the $30, $40, $37 range and whatever. But the cycle starts with the magic pill is that you buy into the hype. You think you're only 13 clicks away from $100,000 a month. You buy the product. Okay. You're sucked into the, so now you're already looking, you're already expecting, you're already at this stage or hey, you're expecting the instant, the traffic hijack, system that's going to instantly give you 1 million visitors tomorrow. When you plug into this loophole that only the guy who wrote the page and you know about. All right, so you're pretty much screwed from the start of this thing. So you buy that product and then you consume the product, okay? You go through it, and if you're an action taker, because this is where most of the people fail right here. Most people fail at this step, and they just end up going back here to buy a new magic product, magic pill product. But if you're a rare specimen and you actually apply and you take action, all right, you may actually make some money. Maybe you make a small amount of money. So if let's say you're part of the small 5% of the people that actually do something with what they bought from this product. And that's considering the fact that the product is actually any good. So even if the product teaches some short-lived tactic on how to expose Facebook and, you get some results, you make some money, it's usually not something long-term. Obviously, if everybody saturates it, then, because you're not building a business at this point. You're looking for some edge. Remember I said every time a new technology comes out, there's going to be some system around it because of the change. There's always a lag time. We're not going to get too much into that now, but change brings opportunity. Every change, I don't care what it is, brings some sort of opportunity. And marketers expose that change, right? They expose the change. They slap a label on it, Facebook annihilator. And then a lot of people do it. And then shift happens and there's a correction. And then that change goes away. And those people are looking for the next shiny bullet. So they come back here. All right. So, but for those of you that take action, and actually apply it within the time frame that loophole is still there, if that's what you want to call it, you may make some money. Now, from those people who actually do achieve some results, as you see here on the cycle, at the first speed bump, at the first obstacle, that comes up, the first hiccup, oh my goodness, Facebook isn't allowing ads anymore, or something like that. They're done. They're over. They're here at number 4, and then they come all the way back to number 1 to look for the next shiny magic pill product. They can't handle that obstacle. I mean, that's a shift of their whole world. I mean, everything is thrown out of whack. So they hit that obstacle, and then boom, they're at number 5. Look elsewhere for another magic pill product. They buy that magic pill product, and then the cycle continues. And it's just a crazy process that even I and lots of us who have actually found a way out of the cycle, almost every marketer that I've talked to know or has some type of direct relationship with was eventually, at one point in their life, was in this cycle. Because it's so easy to fall into the trap of believing the magic pill product is going to change everything instead of focusing on building a business. This is how the majority of marketers attempt to make money online. Let me tell you something. Push button money is dead. It's over. All right. If you're new to internet marketing, or if you've been around for years and you already know this, you missed the boat. Was there such thing at one time? Sure there was. I was part of it. 2003 to 2005, made rest in peace. You could set up AdWords campaigns. You could send that direct traffic. If you don't know what AdWords is, it's Google's advertising system. And you could send basically traffic from web visitors. People who were actually going online would see these little ads on Google. They would click the ad and you could send them directly to other products that you got a commission for. Okay. These were called affiliate products, and it would just be that easy. If someone were looking for golf clubs, they would click your ad, buy golf clubs, you got paid. Done. Push button. All of that. Now that's still possible, and we'll go over into these different models in later portions of the program, but it has changed drastically. All right, so the magic button is not so magic anymore. The easy button does not exist. And as much as I hate to be the guy to tell you that there's no Santa Claus, it's just one of those things that happens. The sooner you realize it, the better. Because now we can get that out of the way. You can save yourself a lot of money. You can start focusing on building a business, and you can get to your freedom number a lot quicker. Because without having to worry about the latest shiny gizmo popping up in your box every day, the latest launch, there's a product launch, literally a product launch every day. It's gotten to the point where now it's in the internet marketing scape. It's predictable every day. I mean, and don't be confused. I mean, if you think this is coincidental that these things aren't overlapping, these guys get together and they plan this stuff out. So, your guru of the week is this week, and then you get an email about a new product or some new discovery next week, and it happens to be kind of, coincidentally related to the one that was last week. These guys plan this out. I know because I've been in the room. So I'm just letting you know. Point is, the sooner you realize that this model here is flawed, the better. All right, and you can get the real results. And it's not as soon as you wake up out of that reality. It's kind of like Neo in the Matrix. You haven't seen the movie. If you have seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If not, well, just forget it. But now let's look at the faster, smarter, better marketing mentality. Okay, faster, smarter, better way to making money online by focusing on one core business model. Okay, one core business model. So you stick to one core model, and one system that you're going to consistently work, which you're going to spend some time to build, and we're going to give you this system in this program, step by step. All right. Now the basic framework of every business is to attract new customers, attract new traffic, attract new potential customers. So that's what we have at number one here. All right, and then it's your job, and you'll learn how to do this, to take these new customers and turn them into leads. Okay? Turn them into leads. And also turn them into sales. Because some of the people who raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested in what you have to offer, we'll buy. And you'll make money. Now, just like with the other model, you'll run into obstacles. Obstacles come up no matter when you're in, whether you're planning for them or not, whether you think you have the magic bullet or not, obstacles arise. And there's going to be a lot of them. Okay? The difference is with the faster, smarter, better marketing mentality is that once you run into an obstacle, you're going to apply a proven method of testing. Okay? And you're going to make tweaks to your system. And then you're going to keep doing that until you have moved over the roadblock that has popped up. Okay, so the run into the obstacle, you're going to test and you're going to tweak. And what happens is you're going to realize that there aren't any obstacles that aren't pretty much temporarily in your business that you can't overcome. There's always a workaround with internet marketing when you build your business on solid, on value and not on gimmicks and loopholes. And after that, you found a solution. You probably at this point will find a solution. The problem to the solution will make you more money than you did before you run into the obstacle. And you end up making more money, and then it allows you to offer more value to your customers and put more advertising out there, and you will attract new potential customers. And you'll take those new customers and turn those into making money from those. You'll run into more obstacles. You'll test and tweak, and then you'll make more money than you did again, and the cycle will continue. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a much better business model than constantly have to purchase products like a crack addict, or like someone who's addicted to buying a substance or buying it makes it a lot easier not to have that addiction as far as internet marketing products is concerned. When you follow this type of workflow and you have this type of mindset, this mentality, the magic buttons, all those push button solutions that pop up in your email box, they kind of become irrelevant. You don't even pay attention to them because you're focused on your business model that you have in hand, which is going to give you your daily freedom number. Which your focus is on the freedom end. You're focused on getting that number and being able to live that lifestyle, not the latest Google Slayer that pops up in your box that you otherwise back before you became aware would have been a slave to. You would have been thinking about it all day. What if this is the one? What if this is the product that I miss that I could have gotten that could have given me what I've always you don't have to be a victim to that anymore. Everything you need is right here in Faster, Smarter, Better. Now, it's important to realize that there are products that will come along that will help you develop your core business model. Not replace it, but develop it. And you'll be able to instantly know the difference between the two when you have this type of mentality. Because then you invest in those if you want to, and you'll see if it pulls you away from your core business model, then it gets ignored. That's not a product you need. So if it's a product on how to go and take your profits to eBay and do this, $1 million a day, and you're over here and you're focused on building a golf store online, maybe that works for you because golf products are sold online. So once you have your core value in place of what you're trying to do, you'll easily be able to say, will this be instantly applicable to my core business model or not? If you understand this and you apply this and you have this mentality before you even get started, it's almost impossible for you to fail and to get sidetracked. Almost impossible. Why is this? Because you're going to test and tweak this thing until you have a winning campaign, until you have a winning business, a profitable business. So if it doesn't work, okay, you're gonna make the adjustments, make a couple tweaks, scrap the whole thing, start again, do what it takes following this system, and then just force your way through it. But the point is, you're always moving forward. You're collecting information, you're collecting data. The market is there. The money's flying past your head every day. The money's online. Okay, you're going to step in front of it, and you're going to find the proper business that will allow you to step in front of it and get your share and hit that daily freedom number. This is very powerful, folks. The only way you fail is by stopping, quitting your business model, giving up for the next shiny object, the next push button magic solution that the next guru promised you, and starting all over again. All right. The only person that wins in that situation is the person providing you with the rehashed garbage, the shiny button. And you know this. If you're like anything like me, you've purchased, man. Before we found the solution, it was sick. We could have sent 2 kids to college for the amount of money that we were pouring out on these products, hoping to find that magic solution, not knowing that it didn't exist. Wish somebody would have told me long ago. I would have had an extra chunk of change laying around today. But you know this now. By working one continuous business model, okay, allows you to constantly position yourself for maximum growth. Because it's like growing a plant. You're nurturing it, and you're working on it, testing and tweaking it. And this is what will produce the screenshots that you see on so many guru sites. Working your business model this way. So later on, if you want to show proof of your earnings, you can do that knowing and do it the right way and say that this is what you've built, over whatever time period it is. It's going to be a lot quicker than you think, by the way, because you stuck with a business model and you built it, $10 a day at a time. $20 a day at a time. You didn't just jump from $0 to $200, $300 a day, but you've gone through the process of focusing on your core business and tweaking it until it got that way. That's how you win this game. All right. So I'm glad I can share that with you. Now we're going to move forward in the next video and go over the various different types of online businesses that you can actually get into. All right. You may or may not be familiar with all the different avenues and the ways that you can actually profit online. It's getting ridiculous. I mean, it's dozens of ways to get started, but we're going to touch on some of the biggest ways that pretty much all other avenues are built from, and then you'll be able to start, figuring out where you want to go with your online business and achieving your daily freedom number. So let's move on.